Everyone on the internet was in love with the Grinch. When asked if they enjoyed it, they'd say yes in a pinch. Jim Carrey's so funny, and Ron Howard's a gem, and this holiday classic is perfect for them. Yes, the film seemed to make so many people happy, but the Grump of Channel Awesome found it all. He hated the Grinch, every part of the movie. Please don't ask why, we're not sure how this could be. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right, or perhaps it could be that his shoes were too tight.
Why would shoes affect how I feel about something? I don't get that.
But the most likely reason of all, I should think, is the Grump thought his brain was 2 sizes too big. But whatever the reason you might want to pick, the Grump spent his time hating the flick. Staring down with a grumpy Grump frown, he never got what pleased all the people in town.
Can't they see,
said the Grump,
that the remake is I'd rather get my caught in a Lorax trap! P.S. That's gonna suck too. The jokes are atrocious. The lines make me weepy. They scare up the Grinch when the Who's are more creepy. The original's a classic. No fixing required. Whoever said this needs an update is a big fat liar. Pop cultural references don't make a film work. Just makes you look like a big, dumb, lazy jerk. On top of that, who the made Dr. Seuss PG? PG? Oh, I see. Seuss was never child-friendly.
And the more the Grump thought how this movie could sting, the more the Grump thought,
I must stop this whole thing! Why, for 11 years I put up with it now! I must stop Christmas from sucking. But how?
And then the Grump got an idea. An awful idea. The Grump got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know what to do,
the Grump said, sitting tall.
If I can't enjoy it, I'll ruin it for them all! A critique of this stinker is just what they need. I'll tell them the truth. My words must take heed. So come on, you pansies, let the bashing begin. Stop smoking that Who hash and let us dive in. So this world we discover takes place on a flake. Oh, trust me, I did him a favor for Pete's sake. We see the Who's in Whoville are merry and bright. Many of them you'll be seeing in your nightmares tonight. Seriously, these Who's are freaky as Were their mothers all pregnant when they fell down that well?
Dad?
Yeah?
Doesn't this seem like a bit much?
This is what Christmas is all about.
But we see our main innocent, and of course her dad too. This is Cindy Lou who is no more than 2. Well, but we'll give him a little leeway.
Everyone getting all kabobbled. Doesn't this seem superfluous?
Did someone put your hair in a blender? It looks like the dude from the film Last Airbender.
I guess I could use a little social interaction.
We then see the Grinch, the epitome of cruel. And yes, to be fair, that makeup is pretty cool. He looks just like the Grinch, despite the film's flaws. But hey, could be worse. They could have given him cat claws.
I merely noticed that you are improperly packaged, my dear.
So, as you'd guess, he hates Christmas to a T. And so would I if I lived in this town constantly. For Whoville looks dirty and kind of polluted. There's smog everywhere and the colors are muted. The wide angle makes things look strangely intense. And is it me or did someone rub Vaseline on the lens?
What happened to you?
It was too Grinch! And the constant camera movement has gotta be the worst. There's more Dutch angles here than in Battlefield Earth. This doesn't look magical, it's ugly and heinous. This isn't Christmas time, it's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. But at least we know the Who's have Christmas spirit in check.
Well, I'd blow every fuse if I tried to keep up with you, Martha May.
Oh, no, strike that. They're as phony as Glenn Beck.
Isn't this antique darling?
For you see, these Who's are competitive and beyond materialistic. A town that just loves the spirit? Pfft, I guess that was unrealistic. For these Who's are corrupted and commercial to the max. But don't worry, it's just a story arc written by talentless hacks.
Well, good night, Betty.
And geez, is it me or are the decorations really bright?
Is your house on fire, Claw?
No, those are Christmas lights.
Really? We're letting the brats sing here? It sounds like something that came out of Charlotte Church's rear.
My world is changing. I'm rearranging.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure she's trying her best, but we need this song like we needed one in Polar Express. It's pointless, unneeded, and doesn't sound good.
Be it ever so
heinous. And speaking of things that should be avoided if they could. I give Carrie credit, this role can't be easy. To act in green latex is probably not breezy.
hate, 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 double hate, loathe entirely.
But it's annoying. I'm sorry, but it's true. Is there a law to how much mugging a single person can do?
What if it's a cash bar? How dare they? All right, I'll go, but I'll be fashionably late.
Just because you can make faces doesn't mean that you should. Can't you once say a line like a normal person would? Didn't you take anything from the great Boris Karloff? You sound like Sean Connery if his nostrils just fell off!
Those who's are hard to frazzle, Max, but we did our worst, and that's all that matters. Only on account of villainy.
The little Cindy Lou wants to find out about him. If I was her, I'd avoid him at every single whim.
Where did he come from?
Oh, well, he came the way all babies come. Drift from the sky in their own tumbercellas.
So we see the Grinch as a small little baby. That, or perhaps a young Gary Busey, maybe. As he grows up even older, and we see schools at hand. He looks like Gizmo if he was thrown in the washer with a green crayon.
Although I hardly remember him, I didn't have time to socialize. I was far too busy with my studies.
We see a girl who likes him. Guess she has a thing for green, too. You think that's weird? I know a chick who has a thing for blue.
You don't have a chance with her. You're 8 years old and you have a beard.
So the Grinch was made fun of for being so hairy. Boy, who'd have thought the guy from Passions would be more subtle than Jim Carrey?
What a lovely family heirloom.
So he makes her a gift out of all that he saved, but then he thinks that maybe he should give himself a shave. So he goes ahead and shaves his chin and leaves a couple nicks. And for some reason that gets the class laughing all like hicks. Is it me, or are the Who's just horrible creatures? They show us the true meaning of Christmas in this feature? Even the teacher is laughing. Dude, what's up with that? It's not that funny, lady. She's as contrived as those brats.
I hate Christmas. I hate it.
So, whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood outside his cave, hating the Who.
Wait a minute! Whatever reason, dude, are you high? They just told you the reason, you dumb, stupid guy! It's because he was mocked all the way from the start! What, did you just fall asleep at that part? So they look for a ringleader, a cheermeister, they say, to take on the role just before Christmas Day.
The cheermeister is the one who deserves a backslap or a toast. And it goes to the soul at Christmas who needs it most. And I believe that soul is the Grinch. She's right.
So Cindy tells the Grinch in his Grinchy Grinch lair, dude, do her parents ever accompany her anywhere?